This is Steve Ridgel, and at Hillcrest, where I'm on staff to talk about Jesus, one of the things we do is our Jesus Journey class, and I've been sharing a few of the things like we're going through this spring that we want people to know. We've talked about what we want people to know about God. Today, I thought I'd share with you what we're telling that group, what they need to know about Jesus. If they don't know about Jesus and are curious, if they are wondering what it would look like to follow Jesus, we just are sharing some things, and it's good for us too. But I want to tell you real briefly the four things we're telling people they need to know about Jesus. One is that God sent him to this earth to live among us. He was God's son. He lived in heaven. It was wonderful. It was perfect. He was the center of worship. He sat by the throne of God. It was just, and he left all that. Now, God sent him, but Jesus accepted that and came down. We just gone through the Christmas season, and we just want to remind people how incredible it is that the Son of God would come live in such a messed up, broken world. So when you think the world's hard, man, Jesus gets it. Now, we're going to talk later to them about how important his death was, but we also want them to know this about Jesus. One of the things he did when he lived here, he gave us an example. First Peter talks about that a lot, that he gave us an example to follow in his steps. But we want people to know. So if you're not a Christian, you're not sure about Jesus, he doesn't just say, hey, come follow me and hope you figure it out. He says, come follow me, and we have all this thing from his life about how he lived. So we know how to treat people and how to react to people, and we know how to relate to God, and we know things that make it. It's fantastic. He not only came here, but he lived here to give us an example. Third thing we want people to know about Jesus is, and we'll talk a lot more about the resurrection, but Jesus was raised from the dead, but not to stay away forever. We want people to know that Jesus is coming back. That's fantastic news for those of us that give our life to Jesus. And as hard as this world is, as much pain and evil as there is in this world, man, it's great to know that Jesus is going to come back. All this will go away. And he's coming back to take us to a new earth, a new creation, one where there won't be any more sin and pain and death and all of that. So we want people to know the good news of Jesus. He came down to this earth because God loved us and sent his son, and Jesus accepted that task. Not just came to be among us, but lived among us to show us how to live in this world as a follower of Jesus. And then he's going to come back again. And when he comes back, we'll go home to be with he and God forever. In fact, Jesus himself said, I'm going away now to, fix up a room for you in our daddy's house. And then I'll come back and get you. So where I am, you can be too, forever. How great is that? So if you're not a Christian, I just wish you would know about Jesus, that he loved you enough to come down and live in this world so you'll know how to follow him all the way to heaven, and he'll come back and get you and take you there. This is Steve Ridgel being thankful for the gift of Jesus.